If I knew 20 years ago what I know now, I'd be filthy rich. We just didn't have that information back then.
Hey, what's up, world? What's happening, world? What's good with your world? It's your boy Riz, and you are now tuned into Hood Gems, where we drop it on you. What are we dropping? Valuable information and resources that can help get you to the next level and become the best person you can be. Like I said, my name is Riz. This is Beautiful Bean, and guess what? We dropping gems on the hood, y'all.
Hood Gems, Hood Gems, Hood Gems.
Man, y'all check this out, man. Hood family, we got a special guest tonight, man. This on fire. The dude don't play no games, man. What he doing? He knocking them out the park, man. He on top of his game, man. He's a ex-rapper, retired rapper from one of St. Pete's most legendary groups ever. Know what I'm saying? The Luciano family. Let's give it up for the Luciano family, y'all.
For the Luciano
Them
family.
boys did their thing back in the day, you know what I'm saying? They paved the way for a lot of rappers coming out of St. Pete right now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So he been out here. You know what I'm saying? He's still out here, so he an OG in the game.
True
You know
to
what I'm
this,
saying?
not new to it.
Yes, sir.
His company, Thomas & Thomas, is a staple in the community and is here to stay. And I guarantee you, if your kids play any kind of sports, they have wore one of his jerseys, one of his uniforms, or something that he has made, created, designed. You know what I'm saying? In his printing company.
Correct.
So y'all got to give it up to the legend himself, man. Thomas & Thomas, CEO, founder, president, vice president.
No, I'm not the vice president. I'm the president.
The president, the HNIC.
And he black, y'all. I'm just
That's what I'm saying.
throw that in.
Reefer Tilk, y'all.
Yeah. I'm here. Hood Gems.
Hey, man, what's up, man?
Hey, man, holding on like a hug cap in the fast lane,
Man,
bro.
hey, we had some technical difficulties last time you was on the show, so I appreciate you coming back, man.
Yes,
Yes,
we
I
do.
appreciate y'all having me back.
And anytime, bro. And like I said, man, I salute you for what you're doing, because what you're doing, know what I'm saying, I ain't never seen done before. Not saying it ain't been done before, but for a person of my color, know what I'm saying, from the hood, from the streets, know what I'm saying, doing what you're doing.
Look like you, talk like you,
Right.
walk
Know what I'm
like you.
saying, doing what you're doing, bro. How you do it, man? Y'all mean get
How you do it?
Hard work.
start from the beginning, man, and just tell us, like, so for the people that don't know, Thomas & Thomas is a printing company.
Yeah. Paris. Yeah, printing company. We print everything.
And they print everything, and they got the rawest print. He doing his thing, but so how did you start in with the printing, and what was like your first idea to say, man, I want to print, I want to start printing?
Well, my first idea to say I wanted to start printing was just simply I wanted to be different than everybody else, every other Joe Schmo on the sideline. But how I said I was gonna do this as a business, like for instance, I kind of knew about sublimation, which what it is I do, since maybe 2006. I had a neighbor when I was staying in Atlanta that had introduced me to that, but I was still rolling, doing what I was doing, and I kind of looked over what he had told me about. I even gave him some money. You know what I'm saying? I gave him some money because he had a hell of an idea. Now that I'm into it, I know that wasn't nothing but pennies, but I told him something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I felt what he was saying. But anyways, that same individual, fast forward to maybe about 2013, 2014, somewhere up in there, I'm just looking to refine myself, want to start hustling, but my son hit me up and was like, he wanted to play football, you know what I'm saying? So naturally, I'm a football head.
Yeah.
I ran me to go sign him up, but how it came about was I didn't want to look different on the sideline, so I wanted to get a shirt outside of the regular glitter shirts or the vinyl shirts or the screen printed shirts, what everybody was doing. I wanted to get something different, so I'm just thinking what have you. I'm like, damn, let me call my boy. So I hit my dude up. He no longer stayed in Atlanta. He stayed in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you still making those shirts? What have you? Woo, woo, woo. He like, yeah. So I shot up there. We chopped it up about the shirts or what have you. And he gave me a little insight on how to make the shirts or what have you. And then I said, well, I want to make one for my son. Then I made a shirt. And man, it's crazy. I came back to the field and I had on the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at the shirt and dude, Mr. T, he was like, from New York. He was like, St. Pete, man, where you get that shirt from? I'm like, I made it. He like, man, you ain't made this shirt? I'm like, yeah, I made this shirt. He said, well, let me get 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man,
Just like that.
I'm like, Mr. T, man, these shirts kind of, no, before he said, let me get 5 of them, he said, I want one, T. I say, man, these shirts kind of expensive now. He
Can you
say,
bring the mic a little bit closer?
my bad. I say these shirts kind of expensive now. So he say, well, shit, how much? I say 5. I say, give me $100 a piece. He said, well, I want 5 of them. And from there, it was on.
Yeah.
A light bulb clicked in my head. Was like, cause nobody had these.
So you didn't make it to sell it. You just made it.
No,
it to
my
wear
initial
it.
shirt was just the
To
wear.
rock and rep
I just
your
wanted
son.
to be, cause see, you
Yeah.
know, everybody had. I'm like, me and my brothers are trendsetters. Like everything we do, we set trends. We set a bar. Like everything, regardless what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
we did it first.
Yeah.
I can give you a story of anything what's happening right now, and you be like, such and such and such and such. I'm like, oh yeah, we did that, and they copied us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I can give you a time when we interacted
Right.
to when they saw us doing this.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? I'm talking about from all type of people. But anyways, that'd be another story for another episode.
Yeah.
But so I just wanted to be different. And I made the initial shirt. And when I made that shirt and wore it to the field, man, that shit caught fire.
Yeah.
Like it caught fire. And everybody wanted them.
What was the design? You remember what the design was on that shirt?
Yeah. I actually, I give me a
Still
second.
got it?
I find it in my phone, babe. Find that design for me. I got it. It was just my son. It was my son on the shirt. But see, the whole idea was I wanted to make him look like. Say you go on the Fan Fanatic or Sports Authority. It ain't even no more Sports Authority. But say you go into one of these sports store, Dick's or what have you, and they got the raw behind. Well, they only did it at that time. They only really did it with NASCAR. Because believe it or not, a lot of people don't know the soccer followed me. You know what I mean? I was the first to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To stand people up and sublimate them all over that there. Like, then you start seeing the soccer shirts. They start coming into Walmart and
Right.
things of that nature. And then, but I wanted to make the kids look like they was already on ESPN. They was already on that level
Yeah.
in a shirt. And then the type of shirts that I was doing is sublimation. No one was around here was doing that. Nobody
Right.
nowhere
I
was
never
doing
saw it until I saw it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was doing it. Nobody. And my partner in Baltimore, he was doing it, but he was doing it on a small scale because he didn't have the range of reach that I had. So when he gave it to me, it was like I put it up in lights, and we took off. And believe it or not, nobody really believed in what I had going on because I'm coming to everybody like, hey, I got this thing called sublimation. Want to do this, and the equipment costs $30,000 for this piece, $30,000 for this piece, and you got to have these 2 pieces to make everything go. So that's $60,000. And you got another, you know what I mean? So it was a lot of money
Yeah.
involved in the initial start off.
Right.
And a lot of people, when I'm coming to people, I'm like, well, I got this.
Right.
I just need this, and woo. They're like, sublimation, man. Nobody don't know about no sublimation.
To real quick for the hood family, sublimation is when the ink is when the design is inside the
That's right.
material.
When the ink is dyed directly into the fabric. All right, quick
See,
lesson.
This shirt
Quick lesson.
And your shirt, you can't iron on that because it's gonna melt.
Quick lesson. I'm finna give y'all a quick game real quick.
Quick game.
Y'all listen now.
They go to gym.
Your shirt, my outfit, everything we have on has been sublimated. Everything is sublimated.
Right.
Sublimated was a new process that they was starting to utilize to do away with the dye process. So say for instance you got on black, I got on black. I dyed it black and it wasn't as deep as dark black as I wanted. I had to dry it or wait for it to dry, all that case, and then re-dye it again in order to get it
Right.
the color I wanted, right? So somebody came up with a reel-to-reel machine, you know what I'm saying? and it sublimate all the fabric. So say I got 10,000 t-shirts to make versus me, I'm just gonna dye the fabric. I'm just gonna have the real rolling through. I got 10,000 yellow, 10,000 green, whatever the case may be. So I just set it at whatever. So I got and I'm just dyeing the fabric. So I know it's gonna take me maybe however many 3,600 yards to make X amount of, you know what I'm saying? So I got the machine set at 3,600 yards, and they big rolls.
Right.
They big rolls of fabric, and all fabric comes in white. Everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? So everything has to be dyed or sublimated. So what big companies you had like Gildan, Fruit of the Loom, Hanes, whatever the case may be, they was already utilizing this tool, but they wasn't utilizing it in the way I wanted to utilize it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And everybody, all of them tried to stop me. Like, because I went to all of them to print for me because I didn't have my equipment in the beginning.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't even know where the hell to buy the equipment from.
Right.
So it was all a research thing for me because I knew what they was doing. Like, they had to sublimate that blue. And then after they sublimated it, they stitched it, and then they sent it somewhere else to actually print what you have on the front. You know what I mean? And same thing with yours, but it was sublimated first.
So basically, they just making colors.
Correct. That's all they was doing.
Right.
They were just putting colors into whatever they had to put the color in.
Right.
So when I came to the play, I wanted to put an actual design in the color.
Right.
I'm like, okay, you running off these amount of, but in this shirt, I wanted to look like this. And they were like, nah, why we don't do one-offs. We don't do this one. You got to order 5,000 of them. You got to order 10,000. I'm like, nah, I just need one. Give me one.
Right.
And I'm gonna show you something. And I had a debate back and forth about all this. So I had to, me and the guy who I finally, when I initially needed a printer, he was doing in Miami, I made a deal. I said, check this out. Out of the individuals who order 5,000, 500, whatever the case your minimum is, shirts, how often do you see them? Like, how often do they order those shirts? Once a year, twice a year, 3 times a year, 4 times a year. You're like, man, they might come maybe once a year. But what I'm telling you is I'm finna come to see you possibly 5,000 times in 1 year.
Right. Right.
You're like, no way possible. Set me up an account. Do what I'm asking you to do for me. And then I'm going to show you.
Right.
He did it. And now you got everybody doing it.
I wanted to. That's dope because I wanted to start a clothing line, and I went to Drees, Hank Moody.
That
you know
my
what I'm
nigga?
saying?
Yeah.
I knew he was doing embroidery. Embroidery.
Correct.
This was before he even started embroidery. He was just doing the plugged up apparel, you know what I'm saying, with the glitter and stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I liked the outfits.
Right.
It was different. You know what I'm saying? Plus it was black owned.
Correct.
Somebody out the hood. So
Correct.
I'm
patronized. That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? So I got this clothing line idea, you know what I'm saying? I'm printing stuff. But I wanted to be sublimated. I wanted sublimation, but I didn't know what sublimation was. I didn't know the name of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody did.
I said, I want this. Can you do this? He said, I don't do that. I was like, I see you do it every day. He said, no, but that's not what I don't do sublimation. I do embroidery. You know what I'm saying? He said, you want to holler at Thomas and Thomas. I looked you up on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I came to the house, and that's when I met her.
Right.
But when before I came to the house, I was looking on Facebook. And I started seeing all the pictures, and I'm like, oh, so he the one do that. You know what I'm saying? When did you start? Did you do like St. Pete, Child's Park?
I did everybody.
Northeast?
I did everybody.
Like, it was a time when you just had regular uniforms, and then when you came with the outrageous uniforms, like,
right, I did that. See, what I did was, okay, how we get into the uniform thing, if we got to fast forward a little bit, because I started off popping with the shirts.
right.
And we went to swinging with the shirts and everybody, because I had to reacclimate myself with the hood. You know what I mean? Because I'm known for something else.
Right, and I was gonna say that, like, get into that step because that step was valuable for this next step.
Yeah, I had to reacclimate myself with the hood, like, because they know me for hand to hand and something completely different than something. Right, you feel me? You know what I mean? So, me and my cousin got together. Shout out to Woo Woo. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Me and my cousin got together here in Texas, and he like, cuz we killing these shirts. You think we can do this on uniforms? I'm like, fucking right, we can do it on uniforms. So before we even presented it to the world, we had to get the right uniform. So we had to get a pattern maker, pattern grader. We had to create the correct pattern because we did full body designs. And our designs, the original Nike pattern is what you call panels. So they had the 12 panel. No, everybody wanted the Nike panel shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I was looking on TVs. I want to look like them on TV.
Right.
But when you make those jerseys, I'm a neat freak. I'm a
perfectionist.
Right, you know what I mean? My lines be crooked in my design. So if I got something looking like this here, and when you stitch it, this line may be over here, this line may be over here, and from over there it still looks straight. But I see it, but you won't see it. That bothered me. So we had to create a jersey to got doggone fix that. So after we did that and created the jersey, we went rocking. My first couple teams was actually in Texas. We got TCU Bulldogs. Then we got Fort Worth Extreme. Then we got a team out of Oklahoma. We got a gang of teams out because, again, here in my own town, I'm known for something else. So ain't nobody like, and my son playing football here, and I'm telling him, hey, boy, we doing these uniforms. We got, I'm showing them materials. Everybody looking at me like,
yeah.
Bro, we got 300 kids, 250 kids, 275 kids. You talking about, I'm finna give you $30,000, 20 up and down. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Right. Not really, because they didn't understand what was going on. I finally
they didn't see the vision.
Nah, they didn't see what I saw. But at the end of the day, they wasn't allowing these babies to. All right, these kids play harder if they got something like your last name. What you doing, Hood Gyms, that means something to you. Right. So if you go out here on this field and you able to look fly, so you can possibly look and rock that with your name on it,
you're going to play harder.
Come on, man. But I've never had the opportunity. Those kids still wasn't having the opportunity to take their jerseys home at the end of the year.
Yeah.
None of that shit. They weren't able to put their names on the back of the jersey, so you'll know that's Thomas. Right. You'll know that's Smith.
Right.
That's whomever. You know what I'm saying? That's Riz. Like they wasn't none of that before I came and gave them the game on how to do that. Cause y'all already collecting the money. Why the fuck y'all can't get these baby they shit? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So once we figured out how to get the uniform together, again, St. Pete wasn't necessarily fucking with me like that. So I had to work outside in. And once I got a team in Colorado, got a team in Utah. I had got all around this motherfucker. Georgia, Alabama, Tallapalooza. I had never even been to damn Tallapalooza. Right. You know what I'm saying? And just because they ordered uniforms, there was the Tallapalooza Rebels or some shit. Just because they ordered uniforms, I'm like, shit, I'm finna drive to them. I'm gonna deliver them they shit because I want to see what the country Hick Town. When I pulled up, I'm like, you the uniform guy? I'm like, yeah, what's up, baby?
Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I want to hear about.
You feel me? Yeah. So it's like, now you want to hear about the other one down in Port Charlotte.
Oh, that's
but got doggone them became my buddies up there in Tallapalooza. You know what I mean? They gave me other business, different people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it was a time when you was rejected.
Oh yeah.
When they didn't know Thomas looked like a black man.
Oh my God, heck yeah. It was definitely a time when that happened.
Tell us about that.
Man, listen, I had went to Port Charlotte, and they had already actually ordered uniforms, believe it or not. But they had ordered samples. They hadn't ordered the actual uniforms. They had ordered samples because they was loving it. The board had approved it. They was like, it's a go. They asked me to ship the samples to them. But I'm like, nah, I got to see another team down there. I'm going to come bring them to you. They're like, okay, yeah, great. Woo, woo, woo. Man, listen, y'all, when I got to that place.
So you by yourself? Who you with?
No, I'm with my daughter, Deja. I'm with my daughter, Deja, because I wanted her to see how certain teams react like this. Yes. And I kind of felt this, but I didn't think that they would do this, but for whatever reason, I felt like this, so that's why I brought her. And we was honestly having this conversation the whole ride down there. And I got there with the uniforms, and when I got there, they was like, Greg Thomas? I'm like, yes, sir. They're like, Thomas & Thomas Customs? I'm like, yes, sir. They're like, Reefer Tilt. I'm like,
they calling you because they need to make sure it's you. They call all your governments.
They call all the names, but like But what made it funny is like, hold on, if you know Reefer Tilt, if you got all the way to that page, because I got a Thomas and Thomas page, I got a Greg Thomas page, you know what I'm saying? I got all these different pages set up, like different walls and layers before you can honestly get to me.
Yeah.
If you done got all the way to Reefer Tilt, how the hell you don't know I'm black? Right. But anyway, make a long story short, they were like,
it ain't just that you're black. It's the way you black. You know what I'm saying? Because you got black.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. It's not just the way you black.
I like that.
It ain't just that you black.
It's the way you black.
Uncle Tom's
is
black.
Oh.
Right.
But it's the way you black.
It's the way you black. You
right.
black and you proud. You black and you proud.
Like when you just told the story, you did like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like this is a purpose. These tats, just how I look, all that is because I never forget where I come from, and I know I tutor, mentor, I coach. I'm around kids 24/7. Right before I came here, I just left the field. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no kids out there, but they had a board meeting going on. You know, behind the scenes things to make coming up for the upcoming season. But that's what I do. So with that being said, I look like these kids' uncles. Right. I look like they cousin. I look like they daddy, they brother. You know what I'm saying? I look like that individual. And I done lived that life of that individual. But I got something different to give them. Yeah. Because when you telling these kids, nah, you can't do that, bro. You slow down, stop stealing the cars. You got to get these a resolution. Right. You can't just tell them to stop without giving them away.
And you gotta look like that you gotta look like you understand what I've been through. Because if you don't look like you can't tell me nothing. Right. Like I need to be able to relate or understand or feel like you relate to me. Right. Yeah.
But let me tell you how I get back in, because sum the story up. How I get to the city after we got our jerseys and we moving around. We done got a few teams, and I got a lot more, I guess, teams in my resume. So where I came back home, and it's crazy because I don't even talk to my gangster right now. It hurt me every time I tell anybody about this. It hurt me to my soul because this is my dude. We used to walk the football practice together. He stayed the night at my house, broke his arm on my swing set when we was kids. Like, this my nigga, but we don't even talk no more, bro, because of this. But anyways, I stepped him against Jamiko Styles. You know what I'm saying? At the time, he was the president of St. Pete Green Devils. And they're a staple of the city. You know what I mean? If you from St. Pete, back when I was growing up, all we had was St. Pete and Lakewood. Right. See, a lot of people don't even remember that era. Like, it was just, you had to choose. Right. You had St. Pete or Lakewood. It wasn't no Gibbs. No. It wasn't no, it was a Northeast, but it wasn't
Northeast.
Yeah, it wasn't Northeast.
And, what's the one from Clearwater?
It was we had Greenwood. Yep. There was a Clearwater Tornado. We had East Lake. It was all them teams. We had to play a team in Sarasota, Bradenton, whatever the hell that team was. It was teams like, but I'm from the hood. I'm from 1421 14th Street South. Like, I'm from South St. Pete. Like, and if you went from that side right there, you was like 54th, you Lakewood. Right. Lakewood Estates, 31st, that's Lakewood. You know what I mean? Everything over this way, you know what I mean? Bethel Heights, Jordan Park, 14th, 9th Street.
St. Peter.
Devil. That's all we had. It wasn't no Silver Raiders, Gibbs, and Child Park, and it wasn't none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's it. We chose. So, by St. Pete being a staple and been here for 55 years, I went to my dude and I said, bro, listen, this what we doing. This what I got. I'm in control of all of this, bro. I can make this happen for your organization. Let me put these kids in this sauce, man. Let me put these kids in this sauce. And I want to make it a way to where they be able to keep their sauce. They be able to have their names on the back, whatever the case may be. And we chopped it up. We ran numbers. We did the thing. When it sat down with Miss Mary, everybody got on board. He looked at me like, bro, you sure you can make this happen? I'm like, bro, I'm already doing it. Like, come on, man. Let me show my city where I'm from. Right. What I'm already doing in Texas, Oklahoma, Utah, goddamn Colorado, Georgia, Tennessee. I got all these other places, but I ain't got my own house. Right. That's what I was just going to say. How do I do it on the outside? You know
but
what
my
I'm saying?
house ain't right. My house don't got the sauce.
And my son playing here.
Yes.
My son play for the goddamn T-Birds. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we sat down. I gave them a way to where the organization can make them some paper. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And these babies can keep the uniforms and they'll build, because at the end of the day, if you want your organization to be great, it's all on the kids. What the kids want is what the kids gonna get.
Right.
Period. And that goes all the way up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? They make shit popular. These kids, if you get them that jersey, they're gonna wear it to school. They're gonna wear it to the game.
And
they're gonna wear it
and other kids
to the jump trampoline place. Mm-hmm. They're gonna wear it. I'm saying everywhere they can put it on. You gonna have to tell them, man, take that damn jersey. Right. You know what I'm saying? And my whole scheme was not only the uniforms, everything that you can go in Dick's, I make. Everything you can go in Dick's and purchase for these babies, I make. But I'm gonna put your team logo, your team colors. But I'm not gonna make it and sell it to your team. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make it for the board and your organization for you to sell to your team. I'm gonna give you a price. You gonna give them a price. Everybody gonna eat. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And we set it up like that. Now, really, the only person who got on board with that, and honestly, boom for the organization, was Tony Montana. But he came after St. Pete. Those the first two people I had. St. Pete, then Pinellas Park, T-Birds. Mm-hmm. And when I got those teams right there, it was over. You know what I'm saying?
I remember the T-Birds. That's the orange and blue, right?
Correct.
That's the picture I seen on Facebook. That was like one of the first pictures I seen.
Right.
But it was. That's the first picture I seen when I can put a face with the artwork, when I can say, oh, he the one make these.
Right.
But before that, I had been seeing all these rest in peace shirts.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Back in the you know that's big business in St. Pete.
Correct.
The funeral home.
That's a major part of my business, believe it or not. It's you can make a living off the dead.
What?
Like that's just
every
the truth.
week somebody gonna die.
Yeah, from something. It's one thing for sure, two things for certain.
Just the gun violence.
That's the only
about
death.
Old age, COVID, heart attacks, car accidents.
It's a million ways to die.
You know
Choose one. So, they didn't make that for no reason.
The thing is, in St. Pete, you know what I'm saying? And it's really it's so many ways to die, but it's mostly with the gun violence that the shirts became popular, and not just in St. Pete or in Florida, all over the world. You know what I'm saying? They say it in their raps. I put your face on the shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
But they had the box.
Believe it or not, tell you the truth. I want to give you a secret. Putting faces on the shirt is only in our culture.
Because in other places,
white
it's
people,
not even,
Chinese people, Italian people, no other people do that.
No.
None.
Not even the Jesus pictures and all.
You know what white people put on shirts? And I be tripping every time I get these type orders. What? They dogs.
They dogs.
I be tripping, bro. I done did dog RIP shirts.
Yeah.
But that's what they order. They don't put their family members on shirts. Now they may get a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've seen one possibly get a blanket. You know what I'm saying? But they don't do that. That's only in our culture. I don't even know how I got started.
I think it got. I'm don't quote me on this, but family reunion shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Family people always had their names in like a tree or something on their family reunion shirts. Then if the grandma or grandpa who started the family, they'll probably put their picture on there. And then I think when people started passing away, they wanted to remember them. And people, St. Pete, people like to look good, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So even at a funeral, you still want to look good. You
right.
know what I'm saying? So they start putting all these designs and stuff. But you was the first one that I seen do the. I went to a funeral and I seen the first time I was like a whole shirt of clouds and wings, and I was like, damn, that shirt raw. No, it don't even look like a rest. It look like a designer shirt.
Yeah, that's right. That was the idea. First and foremost, my shirts don't shrink or fade.
They do not.
You feel me? So whatever you get on your shirt, it'll be a memory that lasts for a lifetime. Kind of how I think shirts came about. A lot of the shit that we do today came through gang culture. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
All right. Way back in the 80s, it started in the early 60s, 70s. When you was killed or when you was murdered or whatever the case back in the gang culture, back in California, whatever the case may be, California, Chicago, where it was real big at, they would put your name on the wall and cross it out.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Or they would put your face on the wall and cross it. Like you have somebody actually draw a mirror of you, or if you were real big, they wouldn't mess with it. But you know what I'm saying? I kind of think it stemmed from that. You know what I'm saying? To say for instance, you whack my gangster and you cross his name out, I'm gonna put him on my shirt to represent him. Like you can't cross him out. Like I don't know if this for sure, but that's what me and I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel me? That was my theory, but I don't know. But hey, listen.
But it has become a fad. It is now like. Now, if you won't have a shirt in the funeral, something is wrong. Like if everybody in the funeral ain't repping the shirt, then we can't pretty much have the funeral.
Because I made it a fashion statement. Yeah. I made it that.
You definitely did.
I made it to where it wasn't the regular old T-shirt to where it's gonna wash away just that one picture. We got one solid color, blue. Nah, I made it to where it match your Jordans. Like you send me a picture of your shoes, I match your shoes to the T. It match your hat. It match whatever the funeral colors may be. You know what I'm saying?
And when I seen that, I was like, I asked somebody, where you get that shirt from? Because you know the regular shirts, the little box shirts, they was like $15, maybe $25 at the most. It feels like real fancy. You know what I'm saying? But when they told me that shirt was $100, I'm like, man, I'm like, I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? But then I went and paid. I was like, man. Okay, let me, cause you ain't gonna get this shirt nowhere else. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is a one of a kind shirt. Correct. So let me go and pay this $100. Correct. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, it ain't even cotton.
No.
What is polyester?
Yes, polyester dry fit. Yes.
Dry fit. You know what I'm saying?
And the reason why I was able, we don't charge $100 no more, because we do own our own equipment, our own factories, everything now. But we do, our shirts are, if you buying just one shirt, they $65. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the reason being is, a lot of the shirts that we do are one-on-ones. Like, I'm only going to make this shirt specifically for you. However you see it in your mind, whatever you got going on, and I'm going to make just for you, and you're not going to be able to get it for nowhere. Right. And I learned in school that the word custom, when you put that word custom in front of it, I can charge whatever the fuck I want to charge. Right. Like, I can tell somebody $1,000 for a shirt. Right. You know what I'm saying? If it's the right, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Which we have. You know what I'm saying? And because they brought more than that, because they brought the rights to the shirt to reprint it and duplicate it. You know what I'm saying? So it's different things that you can do with your stuff when you say custom. Right. You know what I mean? That's why we was able to charge what we charge. And also we had a lot like that shit. It ain't cheap, bro. For real. Like you got to think how much ink you running through. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to think the paper that you printing on, the actual shirt material, and then you got to think of the cost of equipment costs, repairs, all type of shit. All that got to be equated overhead of the building, whatever the fuck equipment at. You know what I'm saying? And in the beginning, we was going somewhere else, way out of town, until cause it's crazy. The folk wouldn't even let us get the equipment, even when we had the money. You know what I'm saying? Because it was so early in the game. They was asking us, man, what y'all want this equipment for?
What y'all finna do with it?
Why y'all want it so large? Right. Why y'all want it so big? Like, why y'all? I'm like, what the fuck you asking me these questions for, bro?
And how big it is?
The biggest one we got, like our printer 71. We can print 71 feet wide. We print as long as we want to print. You know what I'm saying?
They tried to sell you a smaller one.
Yeah, they want us the small shit. We got the 48 by 64 inch heater. We got another 64 inch heater. We got a bunch, everything large press, large format. They was like, man, why y'all want this big equipment? And
it shouldn't have been obvious because I want to make big stuff. Like I'm trying to do big things.
But the shit when I was and they wanted me to actually tell them why. So I told a couple, they like, nah, why, we won't. Because believe it or not, what I learned, what I was purchasing was an asset. It wasn't a liability. You get what I'm saying? Like for instance, you go buy a Bentley or a raw ass car, whatever the case may be. Time you purchase that car and drive it off the lot, it depreciates in value. So with this equipment that I was purchasing, it doesn't necessarily depreciate. Right. It increases the value of myself as a person. And correct. Every day that bitch running. You know what I'm saying? Every day that bitch making money. And they like, hold up, you getting the whole industrial size. Right. Why you want it so big? What you got going on? Where you finna put it at? You know you need a forklift. You know you need bay doors. You know you need this. I'm like, okay. All right. You know what I mean? So it went to the point to where I eventually got all the shit. Not everything, but I got a lot of the shit, and we still building every day. But I got all the shit to do what we need to do now. You know what I mean? But it's new. They building, making new and better shit every day. You know what I mean? So we always trying to improve. But anyways, what they made me eventually do was I had to go out, get it, dude. Remember the house you came to?
Yeah.
Okay, you came to that house simply because I had to utilize that individual for his credit. Right. Because I ain't had no fucking credit. I just had cash money. That's all. I'm a street dude. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know the importance of credit at the time. You know what I mean? So I just had money, and them folk like, nah, you gotta at least credit it. You gotta do. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? Why? I can pay you.
Right.
It's like, nah, that ain't how we want it. You know what I'm saying? We want you to finance it. I'm like, all right. So I had to go find somebody that had credit, you know what I mean, that can halfway ass trust to sign him onto my fucking company, you know what I mean, so I can leverage his name or whatever the case may be to purchase the equipment. Right. And then we started getting the shit and doing what we're doing and whatever the case may be and building until we built up to where we can do our own shit, you know what I'm saying? Right. But it was a process because them folk didn't want that, like, at all, you know what I mean? Yeah. But now I'm in, like, they love me. Yeah. They love me to death because I created a market that they didn't know what was there. I made niggas in the hood believe that this shit is possible. Right. So when I went to buying them big ass printers and them big ass motherfucking shits, everybody wanted one. Right. They didn't necessarily get the size that I got, but they wanted some. Bitch, what that's called? Sublimation. Baby, look for that. Right. Order that. Look for that. So the first printer that I got that we paid $39,000 for that big printer. That show house, baby. They overcharged us for it. Them bitches only go on. She got a headphones on anything. But anyways, don't worry. But anyways, now I'm talking about that big printer. We paid about $39,000 for that bitch. Yeah. So anyways, that bitch going for $10,000 now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I paid $39 for it, but now it's going for $10 because they're selling so many of them. Yeah. But I was the first to buy the motherfucker. Right. I had to argue to buy it. They wasn't allowing niggas like me to buy these motherfuckers. Now they sell them bitches to anybody. Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking 2013, 2014, 2015. I'm like, hey, man, let me buy this shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Until they finally gave in and we start purchasing and start building business. And they like calling me like, hey, man, we getting orders from all over your town, man. Hey, man, they want it. Everybody want it. And it was now it's booming. Right. So now when I call, they love us. Right. They love us, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we got this new equipment here, man. Y'all want to check this out? We got they call us now to tell us what's new and do we want to do this and all this other crazy stuff.
You're a pioneer in the game, man.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't even understand. They don't understand that.
And
Thomas started this, the originator.
You paid $39 to kick the dough in, so your home can now start building and finding other ways to have assets and to have a different stream of income.
Oh yeah, it was.
That's a real life superhero, y'all. Just so y'all know.
Oh yeah, that's the backstory to how. Cause see, believe it or not, when I did this, because I got the goals in my mouth, because I got all the tattoos, because we still on the corner of 49th, that used to be our music studio, that we done turned into an actual manufactory. You know what I mean now, but we still on the corner. We still in the hood. We ain't left. I'm still out reaching with the kids because I'm still that person. Right. People still remember Tilt Lucci. And they like, hold up. If that nigga can do it,
I can.
I know I can do it too. Right. It ain't no way in the hell. You know what I mean? I know I can do it. Right. And so people start, you know what I mean? Man, look how many people selling Sublimation t-shirts now. Yeah. Just right now, if you go on the 727 page and be like, hey man, I need some RIPT. Who do the all over t-shirt?
Everybody gonna be commenting.
You gonna have 1 million people.
That's beautiful though.
1 million people, and I love it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I love it, but don't nobody honestly know what it took for them to honestly be doing what they doing right now. Because them folks didn't want us doing this. Yeah. They didn't want us to know that everything is sublimated already. They didn't want us to know that they can just put in their computer to print this one design on this shirt and we can do one-offs. They didn't want us to do that. They wanted to keep telling us as people, hey, man, you only can order 5,000, 10,000 shirts at a time. Knowing goddamn well we ain't got no money to buy no damn 10,000 shirts. And because that also
changes the person who gonna come for you, because an average person you gotta have the money to buy $5,000. So what am I trying? The margin or the bracket a person who can come.
Cause the average Joe can come.
Yeah,
anybody can come.
I can come now. If you give me a gangster price right now, where I can come and you buy one shirt, bro. I just want one. Right now. But I'm gonna come back and see you. I'm gonna be right back. If you give me this one shirt right now, I'll be right back to get 10 more, 20 more, 30 more, however many more. And I promise you, I'm gonna do more shirts than those people. Like, you only gonna see the person who's doing 10,000 shirts. You had to charge in pennies, first and foremost, because they did so many. You had to charge in pennies. So you gonna charge me a lot more because I'm only doing one. So versus you charging him, what did you charge him? What, $1 or 88 cents or some shit per shirt for 10,000 shirts? What you charging me? $35 for one? And I'm coming here, I'm telling you, you're going to see me 5,000 times? Even if you see me 500 times, just do the math. 500 times 35. You know what I'm saying? Versus 10,000 times 88 cents.
Right.
What you want?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Or it's about the same amount. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I promise you. And I did it. And I did it enough to where I was able to get my own shit.
Right.
And we ain't took off. And the first idea, we was gonna go to all 32 stadiums with the shit. And we went to a few. We went to the Baltimore game in Baltimore. Then we went to who that was? Dallas and Chicago. We had like 72 on each side. 72 times 50. I think they're like $7,200, some shit like that there. Like, it was a killer plan.
Yeah.
But then, like, nah, we can do this from the house.
Right.
You know what I mean? We ain't gonna get on the road. And bro, it's just
So what you're saying is you went to a football game with a box of t-shirts.
a couple times.
With the team name on it.
No, whole designs. I'm talking about
I'm saying,
I had Ray Lewis all look like he was.
No, but I'm saying
he finna hit you in the mouth.
With the team name on it, like you had like say the Bucks playing the Jaguars or something.
Correct.
You went there with a box of shirts and you got half Bucks and half Jaguars. So one of y'all walking on one side of the stadium, one of y'all walking on the other, and y'all just selling them like that, hand in hand.
Yes, sir.
Making a killing. $50 a pop.
Yeah, because nobody had never seen those type shirts before. Nobody had never seen the sublimated shirts, and they were like, "What the fuck is this?"
They all out there with their Brady jerseys and they
this before Brady.
Jerseys.
This before Brady.
I'm saying just Sap jerseys, just regular jerseys.
Yeah,
and you coming with these raw ass t-shirts, and they're like, "What the hell?"
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
This who we had before? This before Jameis Winston. This before Fitzpatrick. Like this before all them. I don't even remember the quarterback we had, but goddamn, like we was like that. That's what I'm telling you.
You been out here.
Yeah. Like I said before, y'all, like real to it, not new to this, not new
real,
to
man.
it.
But that's what it takes: a grind, a consistency. Like I'm able to be here on your show because I've stayed consistent.
Right.
I stayed with it. You know what I'm saying? I kept rocking. I kept knocking on doors until a lot of doors open up. Right now, I'm a licensed government vendor. I do shit. Right now, I'm doing uniforms for Paul High School. I've been doing they girls flag team for a few years. I do a lot of schools, man. Do the whole Doherty County school system. In Albany, I do all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have time to post all of the things that I do on my page because I just don't have the time.
Right.
And personally, excuse me, we trying to buy equipment, so I don't have the money to hire the staff to just do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that takes a staff in itself, a different equipment, white box, all type of different shit, just for that. So we post what we can, we do what we do. But
I think word of mouth is getting. I mean, I too have one of your shirts, and sometimes you just look at it and it's like, I can't put this shirt on. Like it's just art. I can't even wear this shirt. Like I want to wear it, but it's still as fresh as it was when we came and picked it up.
Yeah.
So,
but you know what a lot of people don't know when they purchase. Just the side note, because there's a lot of people buying equipment out there. That equipment that they purchasing don't come with the graphics that go on that shirt, and that's key. That's the key to everything. You got to have some type of art in you. You got to have some type of artist in you, artistry, whatever the case, some type of vision, some type of something, and then you don't. You can be basic as shit, and cause I seen a lot of real basic shirts, and they still go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just because it's sublimated.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Different. It's just something different.
Right. It's just different. But a lot of the people, I don't receive so many calls, inboxes, texts of different individuals that need me to teach them how to do the artwork, need me to teach them how to do design, and need me to teach them how to do all that. And
you plan on doing
that's coming very soon.
That's
coming soon.
At a hood near you.
Yeah, we me and my cousin in the process. The set that I'm trying to help get my daughter, who is the director of education, by the way. Yeah, shouts out to Britt.
Shut up.
Shouts out to Britt.
Yeah. Director of education. But anyways, I'm trying to get her to help me do a curriculum. To where I wanna teach everybody in classes and stages on how to do it. Cause see, what I want to do, I'm gonna teach you how to make $1 million from home without nobody, without no equipment.
Right.
I'm gonna teach you how to make $1 million from your crib, but you just gotta learn how to do this artwork and follow the tools that I'm giving you. You know what I'm saying? And you can do it because it's done. It's been done. Shit, you know what I'm saying? You can do it. You feel me? From the crib.
Right.
But you just gotta stay focused, and you gotta stay at it. You gotta stay to it. Stick to your script. Set goals, small goals, big goals, large goals, and check them off as you go. You know what I'm saying? And that class is coming soon. We ain't got it all the way together yet, but we actually strategically putting that together. But I am finna be teaching at a class. What's the date, Red? That class I'm teaching at? For yeah, at the it's at Tropicana Field.
Oh, your sister. I met.
Yeah, for Renee.
I told her I saw you.
Yeah. I forget the date, but anyways,
the 26th. No, Tropicana Field. Is it 5th? Is it this month? Because I think they go to, and I say we because I'm a part of the Saturday morning shop.
It might be next month.
I know the 26th. I think it's the 5th.
Yeah,
it's the 5th because it's another one that she just popped up. So March 5th, Saturday morning shop, Tropicana across from the main entrance. You're gonna be there.
Yeah, that's where I'm supposed to be teaching at? Say less. Yeah. Okay, you know more than I do.
Because I'm part of the Saturday morning shop.
What are you teaching?
I'm basically going to give a little game insight, man, on how to start a company, and the tools on how to run a company. I'm going to give a little thing on how to start trademarking, how to start branding, how to brand yourself. I'm giving a few different jewels on what you need to do to stand out, set yourself apart of the rest, and really get you some money. Because a lot of people don't know how to monetize. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's the key. Like my key, I got a lot of popularity. Everybody know me, but how the hell I got over 5,000? Like right now, I got over 5,000 friend requests, and I'm at my limit of 5,000 friends on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And then we got a lot of friends on other different pages. But with that being said, how do I monetize and get a minimum of $1 of everybody that's following me or everybody that I'm following? How do I do that? What do I got to offer these people? And even if I got something good enough to offer them, how do I gain their attention for them to even come see what it is that I have?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So those are some of the things I'm going to try to help give to the people at the Saturday morning shop. Because a lot of the people do have great ideas. They got great businesses. They got great different things going on. But all they know is the Saturday morning shop.
Right.
How do I move from this space and get into another space?
Yeah.
Cause I want to build. I want to grow. I want to. You know what I mean?
Expand. Yeah.
That's what I was talking about when we had Nino on. You know what I'm saying? People that hustle under the tent. You know what I'm saying? To go to a storefront or you know what I'm saying, to have a building. Right. You know what I'm saying? Some people they've been hustling 20 years under a tent.
Right.
They comfortable with it.
But that's right. Cause see, a lot of times they content or complacent with what it is I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. I'm never comfortable. I'm never complacent. I'm never content. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know it's more. You know what I mean? And I know I'm owed more. And I feel that we deserve a lot more. I don't give a fuck what I got. I'm gonna keep getting till I can't get no more. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I do it not for me. I do it for my babies. Yeah. Like, so they don't have to do none of the shit I ever did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I done did, as I'm talking to you, I got 6 bullets in me, so I don't want my kid to do that.
Right.
I don't want baby to feel that shit, die, have my wife crying and my mama crying and everybody crying, thinking I'm finna be out of here. And nah, man, we don't need that. You feel me? Like, it's a different way. But I had to go through the things I went through to know you know what I'm saying? Like, we all had it. But that's what I want to give to them. Something to help them grow and get from under that tent. If they want to leave the tent.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they want to leave the tent. Because it's a whole different world out here, bro.
It's not like the tent, just a mindset. Like, I think, the hood now is a mentality that's holding us to think that it's nothing outside of that. Because I like what you and Riz do. Like, now the hood isn't just all of who I am. It's a page in my story.
Correct.
Like, there's still so much more to me. But I use that because it's ingrained. It's who it's a part of.
You know what Riz has discovered? See, he's joined the game. Mm-hmm. This is a game we in. Like, I don't know if y'all saw the movie Ready Player One.
No.
But if you haven't, Ready Player One, watch it.
Okay.
Because that's the life we're living right now.
Ready Player One.
Right now, this is a game we live in. So what he did by putting this microphone and these headphones in, he joined the game. Because the game is on the internet. The game is virtual. The game is no longer your reality. No, I'm keeping it real.
No,
it's no longer your reality, bro. It's not what you see anymore. So with that being said, the people that's under the tent, they still ain't joined the game. They don't know. It's a whole different thing finna come. Like, COVID was a test.
Yeah.
These folk testing us with shit like that. When they shut down everything, that was a test for me and my company. If I ain't had no money, we would have been dead.
Yeah.
We couldn't stand that. Like, I created a company around team-oriented, group-oriented, everything. Everything I do is groups.
So when the team shut down,
football, all football shut down.
Yeah.
All basketball, all baseball, all soccer, all lacrosse, all street hockey. No group settings, no funerals. You couldn't have more than 10 people at a funeral.
Right.
Only immediate family only, and it was like 5 to 7.
Right.
If you had more than 10, they had to do drive-throughs. So no funerals, no family reunions, no class reunions, no graduations. Like, everything that I did I didn't even realize I had everything grouped around a group setting. But that damn near killed me, bro. Like, killed me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We went from making a check to like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? So, but I still had over $200,000 in bills. Like, I still got to pay these leases. I still got to pay these employees. I got shit to do. So if I didn't have no reserve,
right,
we would have been dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me?
But for bankrupt.
Right.
For
you know
real.
what I mean? For real. You know what I'm saying? But coming out of COVID, we came out running. You know what I'm saying? Like, full steam ahead on go, because I knew what I had and what I got going on. I still got the best quality, the best uniforms, fastest turnaround, best designs. Like, I'm right in the hood. You can pull up on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything. I'm way, you know. But what happened with me, I still got my prices because I am in the hood. So it's a couple people was able to slip in at a cheaper rate and get their uniforms way cheaper than mine. You know what I'm saying? And you got to think, if your uniform $20, maybe even $30 cheaper than mine, and we dealing with 200, maybe 300 kids, what's 200 times 20? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking money that I'm able to save. And we wasn't able to play last year. We wasn't able to have a season last year. So we ain't make a penny. We ain't had no organization. The city shut the field down.
Yeah.
Everything was closed. So how am I able to play or get any money? So when COVID reopened, it still was a bad year for me the first year, but y'all know what saved me? Again, and it's crazy, it's sad to say it. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Often say funerals.
And funerals. R.I.P. R.I.P. You made a few hundred. I'm talking about hundreds. R.I.P. Right here in St. Pete. But the blessing about me, I'm a national company. Like, I done service almost all 50 states with uniforms, shirts, all type of shit. So I be getting orders from everywhere. Right. So I be shipping RIPs all over. You know what I'm saying? I done did bodies. I done did all type of stuff. You know what I mean? So I was able to,
And tell them right quick about the other side of the funerals, not just printing, but what you have to.
The weight of it. What you?
Oh no, man. That's man. Listen, y'all know I have to look at those faces that come across my screen every day. Right. I gotta look at those faces. I gotta deal with the pressure of the families coming in the shop. You know what I mean?
Crying.
All that. Arguing. You know what I'm saying? Fighting. I done had situations to where dudes kill each other. You know what I mean? Not even necessarily that. Well, yeah. Dudes kill each other, and both families coming in to get shirts. So I got to kind of schedule. So this family don't see this family, and you know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing shirts for both sides. But it'd be crazy because at the end of the day, all them faces I know. Like I know 85 to 90% of all those people that I be putting on shirts that come from Florida. You know what I'm saying? And we got another department that do other places. So I mostly do here. I know all them people, man. Like I know all my Facebook followers. I know everybody. I don't interact with everybody on my page, some kind of way. All 5,000 of them.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? So when I be seeing them faces, bro, it's like, whew, you know what I'm saying? I be having to keep them composure, hold it together, be a counselor to the parent, be a counselor to the I did babies. Just imagine, dog, your 2-year-old baby done drowned. I drowned, bro. But I'm coming in here to get shirts made. But I'm just talking about everything that is baby. And I'm trying to console you, tell you it's all right, and I'm finna give you the best shirt you can ever have in your life. You know what I'm saying? I done had to dress, do shit for the people that's actually in the casket. You know what I'm saying? Do they stuff. Man, it's heavy, bro. Like I think about that shit all the time because they put all that burden on me. They put all the weight of whatever stress that they going through in the family, whoever they arguing with, whoever ain't paid for their shirts, all that come all to the T-shirt, man. Wow. Y'all don't even know, bro.
Have you did a casket?
I've did a design for a couple caskets. Yes, I didn't do the printing, but I have did the design for a couple. Yes.
The reason I asked because lately, these past couple of years, I've been seeing like the people that have money and want to spend that kind of money wrap the whole casket.
Correct. That's a form of sublimation.
Yeah, but you didn't see that a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I know you started a lot of stuff in St. Pete, so I was just like, I wonder it's did they get that idea from the bro?
Yeah, of course. Of course. It all come from the same thing. Just how when we started with the shirts, man, fuck, can I do this with the uniforms? And we did it with the uniforms. Then we started doing it on walls, and we started doing we print metal, we print all type of stuff for all type of different people. You know what I mean? So when people see what we doing on shirts, they'll call and be like, hey, can you do this on this? I got this type company. You think you can turn this logo like this in? We'll do all type of shit. And we wind up printing it for them or finding a company that can print it for them. And I think it was this dude named Wayne. I think that's his name. I can't remember right off. And forgive me if I misquoted his name, but it's a dude out of New Orleans, who followed the suit with the sublimation. He cold blooded too, and he was the first one that I saw put the sublimation shirt on the casket, and he gave up the game on what it was. You know what I'm saying? And it's the exact same way we print the paper and we do it just like a car wrap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we print it out, we do the design, we just get the basic measurements and do what we want on this side, the full wrap across the top. You know what I'm saying? Things like some of you, we even wrap the bottom too. But and he did it and everybody, monkey see, monkey do.
Right.
Once somebody else did it, other funeral homes saw it and followed through.
Yeah.
But you know how Tupac say, I might not be the one to change the world. I just only may be the spark, the brain of the person that do.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. I mean,
that's me.
It's you
definitely
doing it, and that's a real life superhero right there, y'all. Like it's dope. It's straight from my hood. Like
that's why I said,
I'm honored to be a part of St.
You know what I'm
Pete.
saying? That's why I said in the beginning. I
Greatness
said, man,
that comes
what
from
you
him.
do, man, I ain't seen done before, not by our people. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you got the Gildens, the Fruit of Balloons, the Hanes. You know what I'm saying? Big major corporations, but a single person, you know what I'm saying, jumping out here, coming from the lifestyle you came from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And first just having the mind, I ain't even talking about doing it yet. I'm talking about just having the mind to want to do it.
Well,
want to change.
It's just the thing. I got shot December 23rd, 2005. You know what I'm saying? I died twice, flatline twice, defibrillated, the whole nine. Shit, you feel me? So it's like, after that, my son was born in 06. You know what I'm saying? I was staying in Atlanta, still with the shit, still fucking off, doing the most. 2010, me and my little brother got flipped on some bum shit. We wound up on the news, every news channel, all that. And at that moment, I'm like, man,
it's time for a change.
I gotta do something different.
We gotta do something different.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of this because I had to pay the lawyer $15,000. I fought the case for like $3,000. That shit was crazy. You know what I mean? But I had been doing this so long to my daughters had done seen. They ain't necessarily, I don't put nothing in front of my kids. So they didn't know until now they hear stories. Now that they're older in the 20s. They're like, Daddy, you. But they remember certain things that they did get a glance to see. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that they saw, a bunch of money, a bunch of guns, all type of shit. You feel me? Like, I don't think they ever saw it. I don't know. They probably did. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want my son to see that because I know the girls wasn't going to really do it. You know what I mean? I didn't think they was.
Right.
My daughter Deja, a motherfucker though. Shouts out to little Deja.
Shout out to little Deja. She just like that. What? Deja took after daddy.
Yeah. Hey. But, so I didn't think the girls would do it. But I know boys are more impressionable. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't want my son to be out here in the road like I was in the road. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do something different. And at that moment, I just sat back and tried to figure out, what could I do? And God shot me that. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was trying to figure it out, it was at a time, I think Tank was maybe 7. You know what I'm saying? He 15 now. But he was like 7. He was like, I want to play football. And that was it. Yeah. That was God shooting me a message. Like, you know how you be praying? Like, man, send me something, bro.
Out of the mouths of babes.
At the end of the day, I'm finna call El Plaga, boy. We finna have a truck backed up to this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's either you finna send me something now, or I'm finna be the next El Plaga around here. El Chapo was me. Like, that's how I was thinking. And my son called me. Shit, I was riding around with my brothers up to no good. Feel me? Like, trying to figure out how I'm finna pay this lawyer these $15,000. You know what I'm saying? And it's a double-edged sword because I'm out on bond for doing one thing, but I got to pay this lawyer to keep me out. But so what? Guess what I got to do?
I got to go do that thing.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I can't. I'm a felon, 2-3 time felon. I can't get no job. These folk don't want to hire me.
Right.
I'm not. My pride too. God said you're not supposed to have it, but I do. Right. You know what I'm saying? My pride too big for me to go flip a burger at McDonald's, a burger. I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Lord, forgive me. I love everybody. I respect everybody that is doing it. I appreciate you because I do come patronize y'all spots, but I ain't doing that shit. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And why you felt so serious or why you weren't supposed to do it? Because you supposed to be a trailblazer. You make the way. Right. You weren't supposed to be comfortable and complacent doing that. So
you know, it's like so. All right, fuck what I'm gonna do. So you know, I'm still doing my thing because I got to pay my lawyer. But at the end of the day, you know, God shot me that jewel. Like, hey, man, my son called me. I'm running around doing it. He like, I want to play. Oh, man, go get my nigga, man. Take him. I took him to St. Pete first. He like, nah, if I got to play with St. Pete, I don't want to play. Like, what? You got to be a devil. He like, I want to do my own thing.
Hey, I'm like,
well, where you want to play at? He like, I want to play at Pinellas Park. I'm like, nigga, we used to beat Pinellas Park. Nah, Pinellas Park is shit. But anyways, I took him to Pinellas Park. He signed up. And his homies that he wanted to play with, that's the first time he found out the age disparity. Like, they was way older than him. He had to play flyweights. They were playing like Mighty Mice or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't know because he was so damn big. He like, damn, Like, why we can't play on the same division? I'm like, nah, you young, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And from that, I wanted to be different, and I made the shirt. And because I made all the shirts, me and my whole family, and because I made the shirts, boom, Mr. T came.
Yeah, that's what sparked
And
it.
how the world, my hood, would have missed out on the gift that you have given us if you was flipping a burger. If you had got complacent flipping a burger, we would have missed out on this revelation. This what you have allowed to open up for us.
Oh yeah, you ain't have to worry about that because I wasn't flipping no burger.
Nah.
But I done did that before.
Right.
I done worked at Burger King and McDonald's before. Shit. Like
Had you just said, I'm staying here under the tent. If I'm just staying here,
I ain't never been that.
It.
And now we out of time, but and now you said your son not too long ago had a $15,000 day.
Oh yeah, he do have them often.
Right. Tell him about your son. What your son?
My son sells shoes, man. He's a reseller, wholesaler of shoes, exclusive shoes that you ain't gonna see before. Hard to get exclusive. I'm talking about Off-Whites.
Sound like custom to me.
Well, no, they're not necessarily custom. You gotta get tickets and win raffles and do the most to get these shoes. You know what I mean? These are all exclusive, all authentic shoes. And he got people like ATR from Rod Wave, little group and them. He got my cousins, all type of stuff. Well, he sell a lot of shoes to where he has his own retail store.
That's what's
How did he get into that?
Shit, man, he went in my closet and asked me could he sell some shoes. And at the time we ain't like who the fuck finna buy them shoes.
Right.
And he went on OfferUp and he put it a shoe. The bitch paid $800 some odd for them shoes. And my son's smart, y'all. Like he different. So when they paid for the shoes, he called me like, Daddy, you saw that? I said, yeah, man, bitch just gave $800 some odd. He said, no. You saw how much money OfferUp took? I said, yeah. He said, man, I need to OfferUp.
How much they took?
Oh, that's what's up.
They took like $83
already.
They took like $83.
And you weren't happy about that.
Hell
like,
no.
I need to work.
Happy, like 83 out of 800.
$860. He charged him $860 for the shoe, and OfferUp took $83 for the transaction.
He was tight about that.
Man, he saw that. He said, Daddy, I don't want to sell my shoes no more. We need to sell everybody's shoes. I'm like, what you mean? He said, I need to OfferUp. I said, what you saying? He said, Daddy, just think. They charged me $83 for a transaction fee. We can get them for everybody. Everybody want to sell shoes. So from that, his mother put him in coding class because he wanted to start trying to learn how to build his own app and shit. But he done got lazy. He didn't get lazy. Don't make me lie to you. Once he finished coding, got a certificate and all that, football season started. And football take precedent over every fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like that dude love football. Like it take precedent over him selling shoes. Bitch be calling him for shoes, all type of stuff. He be like, Daddy handle that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But no, he do real good when it comes to this business part when it's not necessarily football season.
And how old is he?
He just turned 15.
He just turned 15, so that means he did that.
Yeah, when he was 13.
Come on, man. Y'all hear this, man. A 13-year-old kid and y'all in y'all 30s and 40s and y'all still making excuses, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Right.
Yeah, he got his own business. It's called Jit with Kicks. If y'all on Instagram, Facebook.
Jit with Kicks.
Yeah, JITTWITKICKS. Jit with Kicks.
I'm gonna go follow that. That's
Jit do all right, man. I ain't mad at him.
Our children bored. Like it's so much. 13 business cash, like what we doing.
But see, I'm glad he chose that because I was finna try to find a way for to intertwine him into what I got going on because it was the same thing around 13, 14 when I wanted to start hustling and get my own money and doing all that. You know what I'm saying? So shit, I'm glad he came up with that. That was a blessing for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what Hood Gems about, man. We're trying to get everybody on that mindset, man, so we can get from up under the tent, man.
Yes. So we can pass it down to our little
build black
babies.
millionaires in our hood, man.
Yes.
That's how we fix our city, man. But the first thing you got to want to. You got to want it. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
don't get that money and move out the city, man. Build in your hood, baby.
Yes.
You heard it, man. That's Reefer Tip, man. Thomas & Thomas, man. Y'all need anything printed. Well, I'm talking about anything printed. Y'all gotta hit them up, Thomas & Thomas. Where can they find you at, bro?
Thomas.thomascustoms@gmail.com. If you want to email, 229-444-5589. If you want to call, that's 888 Sauce Guards, SAUCGD. No, they don't, not the whole God, but Thomas and Thomas Customs on Facebook, Thomas.thomascustoms on IG.
The address on 49th Street.
132 49th Street South, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33707. Pull up, baby.
Hey, yeah. Beautiful being. You got something to say before we get out of here?
No, Thomas & Thomas.
That's right. The Sauce God himself, man. Hey. Reefer Tilt, y'all.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Hood Jim.